Hello everybody, this tutorial is going to be on how to export your data that's in Focus to an Excel file. So we're looking at a report that we've created. It's This one is showing says data masked. So I'm doing this on purpose so that you can't see that student information. But typically when you're running these reports, you want to see that information. So obviously you won't mask it. Okay. But for this video tutorial, you're going to see that information is going to be masked. So the way that you would export this is you would, again, click on the little square tab right here with the arrow going outside. Select the drop down. You're going to select Excel 2007 Plus. When you click that, you're going to get this pop-up dialog box that says the export process is complete, and you just click OK. Now, if you're using Google Chrome, it will appear on the bottom left corner, and just double click on it and it will open up your Excel, Microsoft Excel. Okay. When you open up this report in Excel for the first time, it's going to show you that this is protected view. All you got to click is enable editing and that will disappear. Okay. So what do you do with this report once you have all of this information, right? You want to be able to manipulate the data, sort it, make it very easy, friendly to read. So the way that you would do this is you can organize it by these headers here. But when Focus exports an Excel file, they will always give it the title of that report on the first row. So as you can see, row number 1, it shows up as dots HPHS 2021 data mass. That's because I gave it that name, but you won't be able to sort this data if that is the first thing at the very top. So we need to delete rows 1 and 2. And the way that I do that is I hover over number 1, just I am right now. You see that it's highlighted green. I'm going to left click on the mouse, and while I'm left clicking it, you can see that that cursor turned into like a cross, and I'm going to just go scroll it down until I see number 2 highlighted as well. And now I have rows 1 and 2 highlighted. Now I'm going to right click on the mouse and I'm going to go to delete, and I click on delete and it automatically should bring everything up to the top. Okay. So now my row 1 should be my headers. District ID, school number, school name, last name, first name, date of birth, grade level, class of, and special education type description. Now on this report, I do have multiple schools. So if you want to separate the two schools, you can. And the way that you're going to do this is we're going to click on the Data tab on Excel. Go ahead and click that. When you click on Data, you'll see these options. There's an option to sort and an option to filter. We're going to focus first on sort before I get into filter. Okay, so sort, I'm going to click on this, and it's going to bring up this pop-up window. It's going to ask sort, how do you want this sort this by? So if you have multiple location codes, I would sort it first by the school. So I'm going to scroll. Oh, one more thing that I need to mention. When you do this, make sure you're not outside of the information. So if you're in a cell that's outside and you click on sort, you're going to get this pop-up that says this can't be applied to the selected range because the cell is outside. Okay. So you want to make sure you're clicked somewhere where there's some information, then click sort and you won't get that error. Okay. So now we're going to select how we're going to sort this by, what column. So the first one I said was to sort it by my school. So I'm going to use my school number. Then I'm going to sort this by, and it's your preference. You could call it school number or school name, whichever you prefer. I'm going to say school number. And then you can, and it's going to put it in this order. It's going to sort it by the cell values from A to Z, okay? Or you can do Z to A, or you make a custom list. I leave it by default A to Z. Then I'm going to add a level, and the next thing that I wanted to sort it by is by the student's uh, grade. Or if you want, you could select class of. That's going to be a little bit more accurate, depending on your choice, however you want to do it. But if you do class of, it's going to show their graduation class versus the grade that they're currently in. But if they're like a 9++ student, you're going to still see ninth grade, and you may think it's a freshman student, in which they're not. Okay, so then I'm going to leave class of. And then the next thing I want to sort this by is by their last name. So I want to put it in alphabetical order by their last name. So I'm going to click on last name. Now, obviously, my report, I have this information masked. So I don't know if this is going to work because it's masked. It's just some random X's. It may not sort it. But on your report, since you don't have it masked, then it will work. Let's just try to see what happens. This is, and the order is A to Z. So I'm going to click on OK. And then you're going to get this prompt that says sort warning. The following sort key may not sort as expected because it contains the numbers format as text. You know what? Just select the first option. Say sort numbers that look like a number as a number, and then you may get this twice. There it is. Second time, click OK. All right, so here it is. When in the order that I picked, it's going to prioritize my school numbers. So it's giving me all my school numbers that are the same. Then it's looking at their graduation class. So it's class of 2021, then 2022. And then the third thing it's going to sort this by is by their last name, the student last name. Okay. And so that is how you would um, clean up your report within the Excel. And then once you have it all sorted, you can click on save, and it will go ahead and save this in with these with the way that you sorted it. Okay. The other thing that I mentioned earlier was about the filters. The filters come in handy if you have a lot of information on this report and you just want to focus on just like the class of 2022, or you want to just look at class of 2021. Well, this is where filter would come in handy. And again, make sure you're clicked inside any of the information here where the report has info. So just click on filter. And then when you click on filter, you'll see that your headers get a little drop down. And you can actually say, oh, I want to just filter this report. It's not going to delete anything. I just want to be able to see only my STEAM magnet kids. So I'm going to say school number. I'm going to uncheck the select all. It takes the checks off everything. And then I say I only want to see my 7542s, which is my STEAM magnet school. And I click OK. And on this report now, I'm only looking at my magnet students. Okay. So that's another useful tool to use, the filter. Now, it doesn't delete the information. Everything is still on this report. It's just showing you what you want to see. You don't want to, you want to remove the filter, just click on filter and everybody shows up again. Okay. So that's an awesome tool to use. I find myself using those two things most often when I'm looking at Excel files. So that is a great way of looking at your data and organizing it in a way so that you can do these lessons with your kids and whatnot. Okay, I hope this was very helpful to you. Thank you for watching.